Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.
What's going on, family? It's your man Tay Sweat here once again with another STB Market Watch. Now, today we're gonna get it in with something that I honestly don't think many people know about or know how to use. So I want to dive into it. All right, we're gonna be talking about the Death Cross and the Golden Cross today, and we're gonna actually go through and see if they really work or not. Right. So that being said, before we get started, who am I and why do I do what I do? Right. My name is Tay Swift. For my people who are new, welcome. I am a stock, futures, options, crypto, and pretty much whatever trader that has a chart, right? I watch charts. I am one of the best charticians on this planet, especially that's under the age of 60. All right. I've been doing this for a long time and nobody outstudies me. I just have to say that, right? It's very rare you're going to see anybody outstudy me. And I stand by that. Now, that being said, why do I do this? Because one, this is a game when it comes to stock trading, futures trading, options trading. I come from the penny stock world. So even trading penny stocks, there's this whole misnomer that number one, everybody just loses. I'm like, oh, nobody can trade. It's not a game that can be won. And I want to change that because this is a game that can be won if you know what you're doing. Unfortunate part of this, many people don't have the correct knowledge. Not only that, many people don't have the right. I mean, let's just be honest. You need somebody who can be a mentor, right? And there's mentorship by way of group training. There's mentorship by way of one-on-one training, but you need somebody who can mentor you in this space. I rarely see anybody who just gets up and just does it on their own. It's usually somebody who mentors them, whether, like I said, it's in a group setting or if it's in a one-on-one setting. It's usually somebody who can, walk you through the steps, walk you through the emotions. It definitely takes someone who's successful at this to teach. All right, that's just what it is. So I'm one of those people, so I teach this, right? And of course, I have many levels of teaching. I have things that I'm willing to put on the internet for totally free. That, hey, if it stops working in the background because so many people are getting access to it, I'm okay and I can still trade profitably because it won't hurt my wins and losses and it won't hurt, some of my mentees that I've taught. So I teach for free. I do have that, available. And then, of course, I do have more paid modalities or paid methods where it's like, look, I'm going to teach something a little deeper over here in the paid method. And, it's because I don't want it watered down, right? This is my way of preserving my favorite restaurant, right? I always say this, think about your favorite restaurant. The wait time is great. You don't have to wait too long. The food is really good. The vibe and the environment is dope. And it's because it's kind of a hidden secret, right? But as soon as a bunch of people learn about it, the wait time gets longer. The food is not as good because the chef is rushing, trying to cook for all of these people. The drinks are watered down. The vibe is off now because it's too loud. You can't hear the music. People, you got the ratchet people there now. It's just a bunch of craziness. This is what happens when too many people figure out about anything that's good. So for me, I protect what we have that's good. I'll be honest with you. But I still, my knowledge well runs deep. So I have a lot of stuff that I can teach for free that does help a lot or can help a lot of people and does help a lot of people. And then, as we, progress and then you start making money and, things like that, then it's like, you know what, Tay, I think I'm ready for the next level. And that's when I have some, some things that I don't put out for free because I don't want messed up. All right. So that being said, let's get into it. We got the golden and the death cross. And of course, we're going to go over today's market movement with the ES or the S&P 500. That's what we usually do. We break it down and we're going to use the golden and the death cross to see if we would have caught it. Could you have caught this move? Or was it too late? Let's say that. Was it too late? Or could you have caught this move? Let's check it out. So for those of you who are wondering, what is a death cross? What is a golden cross? And, as I mentioned, the EMAs, what are even EMAs, right? This, of course, is in the ebook. The ebook, the STB ebook there's a link pinned in the free Discord. The free Discord link is in the description below. EMAs are exponential moving averages, okay? Exponential moving averages, okay? And basically what that means is these are a faster version of your average day or whatever time frame you're on. So for example, let's say you're trading on a 5-minute chart. Well, a 5 EMA is going to represent 5 minutes of the last average price. Or excuse me, let me say it this way: the 5 minute average price. So over the last 5 bars, right? So if you have 5 minute bars, okay, you're on a 5 minute chart, and there's 5 bars. Your 5 EMA is going to represent the average price of the last 5 minutes, right? If you have a 10 EMA on the 5 minute chart, that 10 EMA is going to represent the average price over the last 10 bars, right? And we'll take this to the next level. If you have a daily chart that you're trading on and you have a 5 EMA on the daily chart, that is going to represent the average price over the last 5 days. If you have a 10 EMA on a daily chart, that is going to represent the average price over the last 10 days, right? Hopefully, I'm breaking this thing down because there's more we're going to talk about when it comes to using these EMAs, right? I have something called the EMA extensions. We'll talk about that maybe on another class because I want to focus on the golden cross. All right. Now, that being said, these EMAs have a lot of powers. EMAs can help you to understand a lot of things. What we're going to do today is focus on the golden cross and the death cross. Okay, golden cross and the death cross. And to me personally, I've seen some things that they may name them differently, but golden cross basically just means that you have an EMA that's a longer time frame EMA that's crossing a shorter time frame, or excuse me, let me say it the opposite way. You have a shorter time frame EMA that's crossing a longer time EMA to the upside, right? And then the death cross is a shorter time, or excuse me, a shorter time frame EMA going under or crossing downward of a longer time frame EMA. Now, what they would consider, the rule book says a golden cross basically means the 50 EMA is starting to cross above the 200 EMA. And the death cross is the opposite. The 50 EMA is starting to cross under the 200 EMA. So let's actually take this and look at it in real time and see if we could have maybe caught a move, right? Let's see if we can catch a nice move on this. All right. So for anybody who's wondering what is an EMA and how do you get to them, of course, you're going to go in this indicator section, right? You're going to go in here and just type in EMA, moving averages, exponential. You're going to click that. It's going to come down into this area. You're going to click this wheel. Okay. And I'm going to move fast with this, but I'm going to do it because you can pause this and replay it. Okay. So you're going to click this wheel to change the timing of it or the length. So we need a 200 because I don't have a 200 EMA up here. Right. And I did this on purpose so that I could show you how to do it. Okay. Now I'm going to change the color of my EMA, my 200, so you can see what's going on. Right. So my red is my 200 EMA. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to erase the 10 and the 20. So we have the 50 and we have the 200. Right. Now on the ES, we had some play going on over the last few weeks. As you see here, the 50 is crossing underneath the 200 EMA, which is my red. That is what we would call a death cross. Death cross is bearish. That means the move is about to go down. So we got to move down here. And as you see, we crossed and it was a little too late. It was a little too late. All right. Now, I don't want to ruin the surprise. But for me, the death cross, the golden cross, that shit is way too delayed for me to be trying to trade it. Right. And you'll get people, I'm not going to lie, you get people who start seeing the 50 turn down and they'll start betting on it crossing. And they'll say, oh, it looks like we're getting a death cross. Now, to me personally, I don't like that. I don't like that because there's nothing else telling me that. I mean, that could be a confluence point, but there's nothing else telling me to sell this using just these two EMAs. So I like other things. There's some other things that I could have seen that says, oh, hey, we're getting ready to fall. For example, when this thing came down and closed underneath this held resistance, that was a long time resistance line, right? Look at this. Resistance, resistance came in, support, 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 like literally. So when you got below this line, I mean, look at that. Boom, resistance, and then it fell. Your next level of resistance would have been here. That should have been support, but because we blew through it, look at that, blew through it, resistance, 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 and leak, right? And see, that told me a lot more than this damn 50 EMA. And as far as I'm concerned, if I'm being totally transparent, um, I could have been in this trade much earlier than the average person, right? I could have got in earlier than here, but I'm just saying I could have been in this trade much earlier than the average person because most people looking for a death cross, they would not be in until it crosses. And look at this. I mean, soon as it crosses, you bottomed. You literally bottom right there. Okay. And then you come here and you have a golden cross. Here's your golden cross. Now, look, as soon as you wait to confirm the golden cross, look what happens. You're already at the top. There's no other room to go. So you get a golden cross. And it's like, oh, Tay, I'm going to buy that. We're confirmed. We got a golden cross confirmed. Right. Well, guess what? You're already at the top. And what happens is you go tick, 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 and then it pulls all the way back. Right. So I don't technically like the golden cross and the death cross as a indicator. I'll be honest with you, but I have to teach this stuff. Why? Because number one, these are things that we used to teach for free on YouTube and things like that. And they used to work. But when we started teaching them for free and putting them out on YouTube, too many people started using them. And what you see now, and this is just for like a lot of my seasoned traders, people who've been doing this for a while. What you see now is you see a lot of people now who use this. You see a lot of faking out now. So the big money and the institutions, they're like, oh, we know what y'all are looking for. So you'll get a lot of faking out now. And they're like, oh, look at this death cross. And then people start selling it right here. And then big money will take that shit right up. Right. And then people start buying this golden cross. Oh, look at that golden cross. Remember, y'all learned that on YouTube for free? Oh, there it is. Boom. And then it just leaks. So I'm not saying that there are things, I'm not saying that there are not things on YouTube that are free that don't work. There are some things on YouTube that are free that work right now. But when it starts getting more and more popular, yes, it will stop working as good as it used to. Right. We'll talk about some other indicators like this probably maybe in the next few weeks or maybe next few days. I'll be talking about some other indicators, but right now I want to stick on the EMAs. So we're going to stick with the EMAs right now because I want to teach you not everything I know about the EMAs, but a lot of stuff that I know with the EMAs. I want to teach this stuff, right? So that being said, I'm going to kind of erase these and let's go over current market moves and where I see this thing going. And I mean, let's go to a larger time frame because these EMAs work on larger time frames, right? So look at this. This is the weekly chart, right? And look how many fake outs you could have had. Oh, I think it's getting ready to go under the 200. And it just, nope. Look at that. Nope. And now this thing is turning up. So personally, the golden cross and the death cross, it's not the best. I'll be honest. It is still an indicator, but it's not the best, especially if you want to short-term trade. Um, as you see here, look at that fake out, right? There was a fake out. It crossed it, golden cross. That means bullish. A lot of people who bought that got clapped out, right? Look at that. Bought the golden cross. Oh my God, golden cross. Clapped out. Literally from 40.29, it drove it back down to 38.38. So pretty much a $200 fall. All because they know, I'm telling you, big money knows some of these indicators and stuff that are being used by a lot of like, I just call them the freebies, the people who are like, just teach me for free. Yeah, the stuff you put on the internet for free, big money is watching. And the only reason I know that is because I actually live next to a money manager or not a money manager, but a hedge fund manager or a hedge fund guy. And he tells me a lot of times that what they do, some people in his circle, what they do is they actually look on, YouTube, they're looking on, Instagram, and they're looking for what's being taught, right? And then they fade some of these moves. Like I've heard it from people who are literally part of the big money crowd. So there are certain things that I don't talk about out loud because I know that they're doing that, right? So I keep things inside of, maybe STB, or some things I won't even put online. You got to come get it from me mouth to ear, right? Because I don't want big money fading our moves. But as you see, fake out, got above right here, and it did run from there. It did run from there. What am I seeing? Like I said, we had some pretty big support right in here that I told everybody about, or it's resistance right now, excuse me. We have some pretty big resistance right in here that I said, hey, we got to be careful with. And as you see, it held it. It got above it, came back below it, and now it looks like we're going to try to take a move down. Where do I see us going next? I'd go somewhere in maybe here, or maybe even here, right? So I do like a move down potentially to that 42-46 area. Um, if we bounce, we need to break this, hold, and then we can take off. If not, what I actually see playing out, let me go to my hour chart. It's 2 hour. The hour chart. Okay, so we're gonna delete that. So what I see playing out here, all right, and I'm not going to do any trend lines because that's going to be in one of the lessons coming up. But what I see playing out here looks like this happened. All right, so it looks like we had a move up, strong move up. Okay, that was so wave one gave me a small pullback for wave two. That was a nice wave three. Gave me my pullback right in here for wave four. Let me see. So that's not the top of wave one because wave four cannot touch wave one. So wave one was probably a little bit lower than that, but we got wave four come down, and then boom, it looks like a wave five. Now, I'll be honest with you, for those of you all who are wondering, hey, like, what's up with these waves, the rules, et cetera, right? Um, that was probably wave one, to be honest with you, because it couldn't be here. But anyway, what's up with these waves, Tay? Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. A lot of people are wondering about the waves and things like that. Elliott wave is just a system of probabilities, right? It's a little advanced, which is why I'm not teaching it on YouTube because I usually do beginner stuff for YouTube. But I just like to show you what I'm seeing and show you that the market does move in waves, right? Now, for me, right now, that move looked a little corrective. It looks a little corrective. I'll be honest with you. It looks like more so like a B, C, right? That looks corrective. Basically, what that means is you have impulsive moves and corrective moves. And what I'm seeing, honestly, your A should have a five wave structure. So one, two, three. Actually, no. One, two, three, four, five. That would have been A. B would have been excuse me, your B wave would have been essentially A, B, C down. And then you got another five wave structure up. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, I think this is a corrective structure. And if it's corrective, like I think it is, what we're probably about to get is a wave one, two, three, probably down to there, four, five, right? To come and try to test this. That's what I see happening. I could be absolutely wrong, absolutely wrong. But I'm gonna draw it just for the heck of it. But yeah, I mean that looks like something that we can be doing. So I definitely like that count. I'd have to see if it holds. But yeah, this looks corrective, and if it's correcting in an upward fashion, that means we have room to fall, because it means we're falling, and then it's correcting itself upward, right? So that's what I'm seeing. But ultimately, I'd be looking for like a lot of my money that I'm playing is I'm bullish. So over the next like 8 months to a year, I'm pretty bullish. So I'm looking for some areas to buy. To be honest with you. But you have to play current price action. So I don't care how bullish I am and how bullish I think the market's going to be. If the market is falling, I need to be paying to current price action, right? I need to be paying attention to current market structure changes, right? That is what counts the most. So, that being said, we have changed the structure of the market. We were going up, we are now in a downward move. All right. So, that's what we have. That's what I'm seeing. And honestly, if I had to give a price target for maybe the next day or so, let's see. Once again, if this is what I think it is, we should get a move back up, maybe hold this resistance, and then I should be seeing a wave 3 down. It should bounce off of this, give me a wave 4 back up, and then wave 5. So, that being said, over the next 1, 2, maybe even 4 days, I'd like to see this move play out. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So, that being said, this has been another Market Watch. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. I'll continue to do my thing. All I need you to do is continue to show up and show love, right? So, that being said, comment, like, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and share my shit. All right. I say that because, listen, that's what keeps me showing up because I'm wanting to help more people. And the only way I can help more people is if you share it. If you're not sharing it, then come on, baby. Why would you hold out? Why would you hold out? Right. So share my shit, share the love, show some love, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These products